If you're new to my channel, my name is Grace, and I've been canning and raising food for over 40 years. I grow 80% of my food, and I also raise, broilers, and then I have an Amish neighbor that raises my cow and beef. Okay, so I like to make something, I want to do something different this year to kind of simplify my life a little more. So I want to make a month's worth of dried ingredients for the different kinds of breads and biscuits that I make. And then I want to be able to put those dry ingredients in like Ziploc baggies. Let me get the right one here. And so that way, all I have to do is go grab the bag and put what little mixtures of the wet ingredients in. I already have all the dry ingredients ready to go. It just makes things so much simpler. What I'm going to do for this month, and these are the main things that I eat, I write down on these papers here. They're highlighted in orange. So when I go do my monthly bread, getting it packaged up, then all the stuff in orange is the ingredients that I need to do this project with. So as you see, I have the everything I need, the ingredients and the instructions when it comes time to go make them. So today we're going to bag up enough to make French bread, honey whole wheat bread, and then 2 meals with pancakes, and a month's worth of English muffins. I like to make biscuits because I like sausage gravy. My dad loves that, and so he's 91, and he loves sausage gravy with biscuits. So I'm going to make biscuits and then make some cornbread for when we have chili. What I'm going to do now is let's start with making biscuits here. So I'm going to put this on here. Let me get it on there. That way I can see this. Okay, the first one we're going to do, we're going to make my biscuits. It's asking for 2 cups of flour. Whoops, let me get that a little better here. And mix everything in this bowl. It's easier for me to put the flour in a big bowl, especially for how much I'm doing today. There is my 2 cups of flour and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Alrighty, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Oh, almost put it in the sugar. That wouldn't be good, would it? And 1 teaspoon of salt. Where'd my teaspoon go? Ah. Here we go, 1 teaspoon. Okay. Now, that's all the ingredients I need for this one: the flour, the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt. Kind of mix it up a little, but when I actually go make it, I'll sift it better, a little bit better later. We have that, and then I will write on the package here. Package, I will write this, biscuits. Okay, once we do that, these have like the little flat bottoms to them. I'm going to use the 1/2 cup to put these in. Now, if the recipe calls for yeast, then I will put a package of yeast in this bag. It's all right here and handy. So I want to make 4 of these up. Oh, made a little bit of a mess, didn't I here? You know what? I have a better idea. Okay, that was a bit of a mess. I'm going to do something a little bit different the next time. So that's 1 bag. And 1 more thing of the biscuits. Actually, Aldi's for over the break here, they had a sale on flour for $1.99. So I kind of stocked up on it since I use a lot of it. And then again, a teaspoon of salt. Well, we don't want a tablespoon of salt. And a little mix. Tell you, I miss out in the garden. It's nice to have a break because there's no way I could garden and probably do all the beef and stuff. We have a cow that had butchered, and so we're getting ready to pick it up tomorrow. And so it's we have it butchered, and then they put the meat in bags for us. We tell them what we want, they put the meat in the bags, and then we bring it home and package it ourselves. Now, they'll grind it up for us, for hamburger, but other than that, we package it, cube it, cut it for beef, for stews and stuff like that. So that will be tomorrow, so I wanted to get this out of the way. Oh, what happened here? Guess I had my bag going the wrong way. That would have been... No? Is this a bad bag? Oh, okay, there we go. We got 4 of those. Okay, the next thing we're going to make is 2 bags for cornbread. I'm going to go ahead and mark my bags here. Now, Toby likes cornbread a lot. Here, well, we have a visitor. You can come on in. It's okay. What you need? Oh, wash your hands. Can't you like do it in the back sink? Hold on, guys. Go ahead. Never have a kitchen that's in the middle of the house. This is a perfect example why everybody goes back and forth. But I do have a back kitchen, right? I have 2 kitchens in this house. So now for the cornbread, we're going to do 1.5 cups of cornmeal. Kind of. He came home too soon. Oh, I hope I have enough cornmeal to do 2 servings here. Now we need 1/2 cup of flour. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of sugar. Whoop, that's not sugar. Okay. 1 teaspoon of salt. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Let me get my 1/2 teaspoon in here. Yeah, this will do for now. Okay, you need to come back through. Come on, everybody say hi. Alright, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit here. Now on this, this is all the dry ingredients. I get ready to make it. The only thing I have to add to it is some shortening or bacon fat and 2 eggs. Like I said, I'll continue to make more of it. Let me see. Yep. Let's put this in. make my homemade chili. I grow my beans for my chili. Of course, I have the beef cow that we have for the hamburg. I have my own. I think we're getting ready to have a cat fight down here. Come on, guys. Come on, get. Go. I raise my green peppers and my onions, garlic, a lot of my herbs, not quite all of my herbs. I'm still learning about the herbs. So here is one of the cornbreads. Let me make one more. 2 meals with pancakes. Now this is a new pancake recipe that I'm trying. Now you can add chocolate chips to it. You can add, your cinnamon apples, whatever you want, blueberries. Pancakes. This one calls for, and this makes 18 4-inch. Those are little, but 18 4-inch pancakes. We need, on this recipe here, 2 cups of flour. I just pound it down a little, make sure there's no air bubbles underneath that. 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Tablespoons? Did I read that right? Yep, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Oh, that's salt. Oh, jeez. That would be not tasting very good there, would it? 2 tablespoons of baking powder. And 1 teaspoon of salt. All right. Now, when I go to make them, then I will beat in 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of milk, and 4 tablespoons of melted shortening or oil. Now I'll save these bags. I won't throw these bags out, and I'll just reuse them every month because they're already marked. And I always like to make extra pancakes to have. My dad lives here on the property. We built a shed, a little barn, and put windows in it and made a little home for him out of it. It was really nice. I have a video on that. It has a shower in it, a little kitchen. Just a little efficient, just enough for him. He's, like I said, he's 91 and it's just perfect for him. So I like to, I help not feed him, but give him food, provide food for him over there. So I'll cook for him, but he can still cook. So there's 1 pancake. I'll go do another one. I mean, he still drives. I am not good at remembering this stuff. I have to look at the recipe every time. So we need 1 more meal of pancakes. There you go, 2 cups and 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. It's hard to believe that in a couple months we'll be starting our seeds. I have a little greenhouse in the basement. I took part of the basement, a little wooden frame, put some carpenter plastic up, a teaspoon of salt, and some shelves in there, and I got some grow lights, and that's where I start my seeds, down in my basement. So it's like a little micro greenhouse. And then when they get big enough where I can take them outside, then I do have a greenhouse outside. I had a particular way. I wanted the greenhouse, and my son helped build it. He's helped make my dream come true. Yes, we had other people to help us build it too. And then I'll start my seeds downstairs, and then I will continue and transfer them outside into the greenhouse. And then right beside the greenhouse is my garden. And then transfer them right there in the garden. I just did a video here, I released it, if you guys garden, on, I don't use, I use nature fertilizer for my garden. Everything is natural, this with leaves and stuff. I just did a video. For the dry ingredients for the English muffin would be, you can either use flour or whole wheat flour, and salt, and then a little bit of caramel in its own bag, and that's just to sprinkle on the pan. Right now for this one, I want 2 meals out of it because they make 12 muffins, so that'll give me enough for a month. So right now I need 3 cups of flour. I try to keep it clean as I'm going along, but it's kind of hard when you, whoop, there's an air bubble there. All right, that's why I tap it down here. Okay, 2. Okay, 3 cups of flour. Oh! What am I doing? I want wheat flour. All right, I bought the wheat flour at a box store. This is whole wheat. Try this again. One. I might try it both ways, see which way I like better. 2. Okay, 3 cups of that, of the wheat flour, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, that's all that we need for this one. So let me grab 2 bags here. Be right back. Okay, so these are, okay, so here is one serving of the English muffin. Let's see if I have enough here. Take another one. Now, I will say, I have never made English muffins. This will be my first time I'm making English muffins. So this should be interesting, because with my English muffins, I love sausage and egg biscuits. And it's nice because now I can just make my own muffins. And I have eggs because I have 33 chickens. And the sausage comes from the hog. What did I say here? You may remember 1 teaspoon of salt. I always double check myself. My memory is not as good as it used to be. I guess it's supposed to go downhill. I am 62. So I can't look at something and just like remember it. Now, winter around here, I like winter. I really do. Because I also raise ducks. I got 13 ducks. And I have videos on what you do for the winter time with the ducks, and my, their area is clean. I have a video where we lay wood mulch down and then put skids on top of it so that way they can't dig in the mud. And I think it's worked for me for all these years. Now my chickens and stuff, when they get old, or my ducks or geese, I put them in a retirement home. I have a little retirement home for them. There is the English muffin. Okay, the next thing we're going to make is the honey whole wheat bread, and I'm going to need to package this up in a couple different ways because later on we'll be adding the flour after the whole wheat has been mixed up. Put, let's see, honey whole wheat bread. Honey whole wheat. Let me mark this one. So, honey whole. I guess I should slow it down so I can read my own writing. So the first thing we're going to need is 3 cups of whole wheat. So this is the whole wheat over here. Let me put that in here. This makes 2 loaves of bread. Now I've never tried this recipe yet either. So 2. Okay, 3. Alright, and then 1 tablespoon, or 1 tablespoon. Yep, 1 tablespoon of salt. Oh, that's right, we're making 2 loaves here. Let's stir this up. And so they're wanting us to mix the flour and honey and shortening and salt and yeast, but since we're just doing dry ingredients, right now we're just going to do the whole wheat and the salt. I ran out of wheat. I had to go back to the little Amish store and get some more. I thought I had it all ready to go. Let me pour the rest in here. I'll find a easier way next time, so I don't have to keep transferring from the different bowls. Whoops. So I make sure I have my yeast. I have 2 packets of yeast, and I just slip it right down here in the bag. This is 2 different mixtures, so this one goes first. I'm going to set it aside. And now we need to go back. It says 3 to 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So after we get the whole wheat and the honey and the shortening, then we got to add some white flour until the dough is just doesn't stick to the sides of the pans here. So we want 3 to 4 cups of flour. So 1, 2. Like I said, we might not use all 3. It says to put 1 cup in at a time. When I go to make this, I'll put that in here. I got a little bit bigger of a bag now. What happened to my, oh, here it is. Okay, let's put that in here. Might take a little time to prepare it, but it's just not even half a day to prepare it. I could probably put this in here since it's a bigger bag. And then what I'll do, I'll take this bag, since these 2 go together, just slip it right in here. And there's my honey whole wheat. Right, let me get things ready for the next one. The next one will be French bread. Okay, with our French bread, I am making, this makes 2 loaves. So I'm going to go ahead and make 1 batch of this, which makes 2 loaves. I'll need the yeast, which I have here, sugar, salt, flour, only 2 cups in a bag. Okay. They're wanting 2 cups of flour for now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to use 2 bags again. So there's 1. 2. And 1 tablespoon of sugar. A little bit more here. Teaspoons of salt. And this is for French bread. That I like. I really like French bread. So, cornmeal in its own bag. So the cornmeal will be put down, which I don't need right now for the French bread. It'll be putting down on the pan, in the pans. Oh, I need a bag for this. I'm going to mark on this one to make sure I got it right. So this is the yeast, sugar, and salt. This is the, let me write that down. Flour, sugar, and salt. And this is the French bread. Next month I want to make raisin bread. The only thing I don't like about cooking and baking, you gotta clean up. That's the part I hate. Put that in here. And then we put our 1 bag of yeast. And then this one here, they're wanting to set aside remaining 1.5 cups in a bag. Get a smaller bag here. I should have put it in that one. So we want 1.5 cups. So I'm going to mark down 1.5 cups of flour. What you need? You peeking through again? Oh. You want to do this for me? Measure? I guess we wouldn't have very good bread then, would we?
Probably not.
Almost done. So 1.5. Can you use the back kitchen for the water?
I wasn't.
Huh? He's stepping very careful around the camera. If he moves the camera, you'll know, because I'm gonna holler at him. Now what I'm gonna do, where was the bag that I had? So let me write down French bread. And then I'll just go ahead and put these 2 in here. I'll clean this mess up and be right back with you. Now that we got these all packaged up here, I have a total of 4 loaves of honey wheat bread, 2 loaves of French bread, I have two, like every other Saturday, I will have English muffins because for breakfast I like to have sausage egg McMuffin, bacon egg McMuffin with egg, whatever. And so there'll be plenty for that. Then I will make chili twice this month, so we'll have cornbread to go with it. And then on the weekend we'll also have pancakes, and then with that I'll either serve bacon or sausage with it. And this is another one of my dad's favorite. Then here I will have every weekend I will make biscuits because we like sausage biscuits over sausage gravy over biscuits. Another one of my dad's favorite. My dad lives here on the property in a little home out back, so I make a lot of his food and give it to him, and so he looks forward to the weekends with this stuff. Now you guys, for my cost, now I didn't add in the little couple tablespoons of sugar, a little bit of salt, or the baking powder, so kind of without that. But with the ingredients that I have here, oh, and I didn't have to buy eggs because I raise my own chickens and they're pretty much grass-fed, free, almost all grass-fed. As far as the milk that goes in it, I have an Amish neighbor. She gives us milk, and then we will give her rides to wherever she needs to go. And what else? And honey. I know somebody that raises honeybees, and so we get a pretty decent price for raw honey. So I know this will probably cost someone else a little bit more than that. But just for the ingredients here, for me, it would only cost me $15 a month. And if I would have to go out and buy these already made, and I basically went on like what it could have been Walmart prices, homemade stuff, and what it would cost if you would go out and buy it would be $74 a month. So with that said, for a whole year's with me baking my own breads, it would run me about $180. But go out and to buy this, it would cost you around $888, $890 a year. That is a big savings to make your own stuff. Now, I still like home hot dogs, so I still got to come up with the recipe for that. Hamburger buns, I will make that, but those items there I would make more in the summertime. All right, guys, hope you try this and hope it can help make a little bit more convenient time here. If you make your own stuff, and like I said, there's a big price difference. I mean, let's face it, what could you do with $600 or $700, a year instead of, by making it yourself. All right, guys, take care.